Welcome to the Voiceaboy YouTube channel. Once again, we are back to share members' views on how to cope with a heartbreak as a man. We were very fortunate to have Mr. Brandon Kibochi addressing the topic of discussion, coping with a heartbreak as a man. I believe 100%, and if not 90% of us men will agree that we are affected both mentally and physically when we are rejected. And of course, rejection is two-way. Both men and women are affected, but greatly men are affected by this. And behind every successful married man, there is a painful rejection story behind it. And so we thought that this topic will be very impactful to young men who are venturing into relationships or who are already in relationships, because they tend to think that once they are heartbroken, it's the end of the world. They will never, it's the end of their love story, it is the end of everything. And so we thought this topic will be greatly impactful to a young man. So we started by a heartbreaking story here from Mr. Chris, who says that he has been heartbroken once. Let us listen into his heartbreaking story. So Chris was, she valued this lady. He could feel the chemistry. Okay, let me read how he wrote it. I valued her and I felt the chemistry and I gave the vibes. We could even plan of going out and having fun. Then on thinking of taking the relationship on to the next level, she said she only valued me as a friend and a brother. Oh, that was indeed painful. He had great expectations with this lady that they would build something out of their friendship, but unfortunately the lady took him as a friend, and the worst of it all, as a brother. So so how did he cope with it? So he had to accept that it has happened, and he said to himself that he will not be having over expectation in a lady who might not be serious in a relationship. Yeah, that's so deep. And to our fellow men, in case you are heartbroken, you have to accept it has happened. Accept she has rejected you. Don't live in denial that I don't believe she can reject me, how romantic I am, how sweet I've been. It is part of life. Accept first, then try and move on. Let's listen to this audio.
Okay, according to me, the first thing you need to accept that it has happened. Accept that he has refused you, and tell yourself, manze, you need to aim high. I think you stooped too low. Even if he tells you are not handsome, you are not my type, I don't know, you are not the kind of man I want, yeah, tell yourself I was wonderfully made. And on top of that, add that even warthogs attract tourists. So what? Nobody should demean you because of looks. Take heart. Tell yourself there is greener pastures ahead.
Yeah, so tell yourself even if she comes and tells you, you are not my type, you are not the ideal man that I want, yeah, even warthogs attract tourists, as you've heard there. Though it's on a light note though. So real heartbreak is unmistakable. We think of nothing else, we feel nothing else, we care about nothing else. In all honesty, a heartbreak takes a person down a rabbit hole of self-doubt. Of course, you might know the reason why it ended, but it's never enough. You'll find yourself asking what you did wrong, whether you didn't put in more effort, and countless questions flooding your thoughts while you are in this state. The breakup might not be because of a very valid reason, but your brain tends to believe that there must be a huge reason to the amount of pain you feel. Yeah, so you're full of when you're heartbroken, you're kind of you ask a lot of questions. Yeah, you ask, what did I do wrong? Yeah, was I not honest enough? Was I not romantic enough? it's a whole, it drags you into a rabbit hole of self-doubt, as Mr. Kibochi has told us. So, and there's also another topic, another issue that I thought maybe it was great. I just shared an opinion here, that I also think that the level of heartbreak matters. You know, what if you've dated for 5 years, then she ends up turning you down, or maybe you're married for over 3 years, then you catch her red-handed. My question was that, do you think that the level of heartbreak pain changes depending on how long you've been in a relationship? For example, maybe to just give an example, maybe a guy who has been in a relationship for 2 years and one who has been in it for 5 years, or maybe who has been married for like 3 years, I thought that the pain will be the same. You know, the man in the 5 years relationship will feel more wasted because there is a lot of pressure from the family members. I believe when you've dated for 5 years, I've never dated before, but I believe if you've dated for 5 years, of course this is someone that you have introduced to your family members, you have introduced to your friends, you've attended a couple of family meetings together, then she ends up at breaking you. I thought that the level of pain will be different when related to someone who has been in a relationship for 2 years, because there is a lot of expectations from them. They are like, so what's the next move? When is the wedding? There's a lot of pressure from all corners. So I thought, I don't know about you, but I thought that the level of heartbreak pain, you know, changes depending on how long you've been in a relationship. But this is what the members thought, that they don't think that the level of pain is different, because they say that it is an experience. It is more of, you know, heartbreak is just the same regardless of time. You know, there's no level of pain when it comes to heartbreaks. I don't know, according to you, I don't know. But let's listen to what Mr. Kibochi said here, that according to neuroscience, heartbreak activates the same areas of the brain as physical pain. I guess this is why we feel it so intensely, why it overwhelms us. Unfortunately, unlike physical pain, you will not get the accompanying support of others, but actually the opposite. You'll get friends and family frustrated at you for having not moved on from a heartbreak, being left with time as your only comforter to heal, thereby replacing the support you'd have gotten from social groups with harmful habits to cope. Yeah, as I've said, you know, they are like, why haven't you you know, so young men, when we are heartbroken, we take a lot of time, you know, to even get or to even love again. And so people are like, hey, you need to be strong like a man, you know, you need to move on. There are very many ladies out here. They don't give you the necessary support. They don't give you the necessary encouragement. Yeah, you are just left with the time as your only comforter to heal. Yeah, so this topic was very, 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 very impactful to a man, and as you can see. So, and here was Mr. Wamboy's. Now we were asking, how do we cope with one? How do you cope with heartbreak? Number one, you need to accept, adjust, then advance. Yeah, that is according to his opinion. You accept first. Yeah, the first thing, as you have heard, accept that it has happened. Then adjust yourself. Where did you go wrong? What was the problem? Yeah, then advance. Don't again, you know, try and a different taste. You know, maybe you stooped too low, like you've heard from the audio, and you just aim a little bit higher to the class and taste of maybe ladies. That I don't know by advancing what he meant by advancing. So this was what Chris had to say after asking, how do you cope? How did he himself, what did he learn from that heartbreak? And this is what he had to say. I will read exactly. From an experience point of view, look before you leap. Yes, look before you leap. I'll repeat again. Look before you leap. Check, investigate that lady well before you start building expectations in maybe in something that you are not sure of. Look, does she match? Don't go for nyash and young and all that. Look her character, look her upbringing, and then make a judgment by yourself. So love everyone, but trust a few with your emotions. As a man, mtu asikwambie usilie, which is very, very nice. That was very nice. Mtu asikwambie usilie. Crying helps in calming you down. Yeah, as a man tunaambiwangwa kauka kama mwanaume, sijui. You are told all sorts of things, but that is wrong. The reason why we men, we are greatly affected when it comes to mental health is because we don't share our problems. We don't speak our problems out. And they say a problem shared is a problem half solved. We try to, cry from the inner part, from our inner selves. We try to judge ourselves from our inner self. We don't share our problems out. That is wrong. Don't cry, of course, publicly. If you are too shy to cry publicly, look for set up a private place and express all your emotions. Crying helps. Let me continue. Crying helps in calming you down. Set a secret space. Cry. Call a close friend. And he said, mostly female, if you do have one. Yeah. Female or ladies, of course, a bestie, they really know how to comfort you. Kani mwanaume anakwambia jikaushe, nini kaa ngumu, maisha inakuanga hivyo, call a female friend. That is a man's nature. But there are others who are quite mature. A close friend. The thing here is a close friend. Yeah. If, break some glasses if you have to, punch some walls, then take a sleep. You'll be a better man when you wake up. If that's how you solve your problems, by breaking glasses, by punching walls, by screaming, by doing all those sort of things, do it. Nobody should prohibit you from doing that. Then take a sleep. You'll be a better man when you wake up. That was nice. So let us go directly to what Mr. Brandon had to say. His parting shot. I don't want to make this video as long as, So number 1, acknowledging your pain. Accept what we talked of accepting. One of the most fundamental steps is in acknowledging and accepting your pain. Suppressing or denying your emotions can actually prolong the healing process. Instead, it's important to allow yourself to feel and express emotions in a healthy way. Number 2, practicing self-compassion. Another important strategy for healing from heartbreak is practicing self-compassion. This involves treating yourself with kindness, empathy, and understanding. Instead of berating yourself for the breakup or dwelling on your mistakes, focus on showing yourself the same kind of compassion and support you would offer to a close friend. Very, very wise. Number 3, avoiding rumination. One of the biggest obstacles to healing from heartbreak is rumination. Rumination is actually the tendency to obsessively replay negative thoughts and emotions in your mind. There are several strategies for breaking these cycles. 1, practicing mindfulness. 2 is engaging in physical activities and finding activities that require your full attention. Engage in something that you love to remove the rumination, to remove the negativity of thoughts. Number 3, working through your emotions. Another important aspect of healing from heartbreak is working through your emotions in a healthy way. This can involve writing in a journal, talking to a trusted friend or therapist, or engaging in creative activities like painting or music. You can also set a day out and get to hiking, do a little bit of team building with a friend. Number next, cultivating gratitude. When you talk about cultivating gratitude, this is a way to shift your focus from what you've lost to what you still have. You've lost a girl, you still have your heart, and you still have life. It involves taking time each day to think about things you are grateful for, whether it's your health, your friendship, or the beauty of nature. Practicing forgiveness. Finally, Winch argues that practicing forgiveness can be a powerful tool for healing. This does not mean forgetting what happened or excusing any hurtful behavior, but rather letting go of anger and resentment in order to move forward. So these tips were actually gotten from a book. Let us listen from Winch. The author is Winch, How to Fix a Broken Heart. Maybe I can show you How to Fix a Broken Heart. In case you want this book and you want to continue reading about it, you can join our WhatsApp group via the link and get this book and help yourself as a man. So my parting shot for this: fellow men, do not kill or overburden yourselves with emotions because of a mere man. A woman is a man. It is said that one man is to 8 women. In case one rejects you, there are 7 more to go. Give your heart a second chance to love again. Kama nguo za mtumba. They are rejected abroad but appreciated in Africa. No matter how many times they are won, they still find market. So dear men, out of 8, you will find one who will love, care, and appreciate you. It doesn't matter how many relationships up and down you've gone through, but you will find one who finds you fit to get you out of the market and appreciate your value as a man. Don't kill yourself because of a heartbreak. See you next time. This is Voiceaboy on how to cope with a heartbreak as a man. See you.